Okay, so guten Tag. I am here to tell you guys about the Germany Psychology Summer One program. This Summer One program will begin in May, May 28th. We'll leave from probably Houston or Austin and arrive in Frankfurt on May 29th. Usually it's an overnight trip. And then we'll return on July 1st, just in time for 4th of July. So for this program, we will be studying about the foundation of psychology, which began actually in Germany and Austria. We'll learn about the father of modern psychology, Wilhelm Wundt, and visit his laboratory in Leipzig. And then also about the father of modern psychotherapy, Sigmund Freud, and visit his home in Austria. So the two courses that this study abroad program will cover are history and systems of psychology, as well as Psych 450, which is clinical psychology, which is an overview of what clinical psychology is all about. And then we'll study it from a cultural lens of what clinical psychology looks like in Germany compared to what it looks like in the US. So you can find out all this information here at the Study Abroad portal, abroadportal.tmu.edu, and look for the A&M Germany Psychology Summer One faculty-led program. Okay. So some of the details about the program, it's mostly housed in Bonn, Germany. So you can see my shirt here, Study Abroad in Bonn. And it is a smaller city located along the Rhine River. And it's very much near Cologne. So it's right here behind where the little Cologne joint is. And Bonn received its first settlers from the Roman army. It has a very extensive history of being a Roman settlement, and it is also the birthplace of Ludwig van Beethoven, and houses one of the oldest churches, the Bonn Minster. And it also is the location of the Haribo factory, and so we have lots of Haribo while we are there. So most of our stuff will be done at the AIB. All our classes are housed there, and you live with host families in Bonn. So we do small excursions throughout our time while we're in Bonn. And these small excursions are to places like Cologne and to Frankfurt. And those are usually like day-long excursions. But then we also do longer excursions where we go to Berlin. And usually that's a 2 or 3 day excursion to Berlin. And usually that includes also our trip to Leipzig because they're very close by. And then we do the final trip will be to South Germany. So here you can see where Munich is. And that is where we go to Würzburg and Vienna and Munich. And that usually is a week-long trip that we take. And it's usually the end of our trip. And so you would leave from Munich to come back to College Station. So again, we learn about the history of psychology. We learn about clinical psychology. We have guest speakers who are psychologists in the community who tell you about what it's like for them to practice. And so it's really a very exciting time. Okay, so costs and funding, the total cost here is about $12,000, it looks like, which you guys will get billed about $9,000, which covers your tuition and fees and the program fee for AIB. And that program fee covers everything. So it covers your housing, it covers 2 of the meals that you will eat every day while you're in Bonn and on your excursions. And it covers our travel fees while we're in country. So everything is covered in that fee. The only other fees that you have to cover are your airfare. And so it's estimated at $1,500, but that could be a lot less depending on when you get your ticket and what ticket prices look like at the time. The meals that aren't included in the program fee. So a lot of times students will want to go, get bagels or whatever on the way to class, or things that aren't covered that you could cover extra. And then we don't really have any books, so no need for that. Everything will be online. And then if we have to cancel for any reason, there's an insurance that's there, mostly because of COVID. So yay, COVID. Okay, so I think that's a good overview of what the program is like. We have a really excellent time while we are in Bonn, and as well as when we're traveling. We also do cultural activities while we're in country. So we do a Schuhplattler workshop, which is like the cool German folk dance that we do while we're in Munich. So lots of fun things that we do, and it's a really interesting time. So I hope that some of you guys will sign up and that we will get to go and have a great time. Thank you. So is that okay? Are we still recording?
So for the host families, do they speak English or German? Or
So the host families speak both English and German. And almost everyone in the country speaks both English and German. So it's really not difficult to get around if you don't speak German.
Perfect. And are there any course prerequisites for this program?
So there are, the prerequisites are the prerequisites for the courses. So Psych 107, Psych 301, and 302. However, if you have not taken those courses, you can just contact the advisors and they can override those prerequisites and you can still be in. One other thing is about the German, you also get German language lessons while we're there, which is wonderful. So you get to learn just a little bit of German, and you'll know some before you leave. Any other questions?
That's all I have at the moment.
Okay, awesome. So in case you're wondering about the GPA, the 3.0 is set there. However, if you have slightly less than a 3.0 GPA, reach out to me and we can probably talk about ways that we can potentially still get you in the And sorry, that was my son Marin, so you'll probably meet him on the trip as well. All right, hopefully I'll see you all there.